booties for black girl nerds.
Jamie, it's always such a pleasure to speak with you. You always exude so much humility, so much grace, no matter what level you are hitting. How have you managed not to find become lost like your character Joe and keep that radiance about yourself?
Well, you know what? It's how you was raised and it's what's inside you. Like, I come from good stock. I think my grandmother was always like, boy, don't make me have to come uh take care of you if you acting crazy. I will come down from heaven to make sure you're right. So with her voice and my grandfather's voice ringing in the back of my head, humility is the main thing. When you talk about Joe though, it's like that burning passion. I could go we could go around the world and find so many people that are musicians who want that big break. So we understand who Joe is when he's just trying to get around that corner, that artistic corner, because he feels like once he gets around it, that's where his accomplishment will lie. And then once he gets around it, he goes into a manhole and all these other crazy, incredible, magical things happen, courtesy of Pixar. And I think people, once they see this movie, will be thoroughly entertained and intrigued.
What I've enjoyed most is just kind of the spectrum of emotions that a lot of creative people go through. He lost his being lost is a lot of factors, a lack of support he feels he doesn't get from his mother, direction, a direct contradiction to your own experience with having that supportive unit like that. How does Joe transform from when we first meet him to getting to the end of the journey with 22's help?
Well, Joe transforms like this. It's like, he had to realize some things. You got to realize that it may not happen. Still doesn't mean that you're not successful. Still doesn't mean that you're not complete. Whatever your dream is, if you don't reach it or it doesn't come together like you think it is, it doesn't mean you're a failure. But at the same time, there's no need to relinquish. No matter how old you are, there's no need to relinquish. And that's what Joe was about. Now, being an artist, that is a interesting waters to swim in, because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you're going to be liked. There's no guarantee that even if you do make it, you're going to have staying ability and things like that. So with Joe's situation, we get a chance to see him actually reach the pinnacle, actually get that chance to do something wonderful. But then, like how life is, be careful what you wish for. Once you do get it, you never know what will happen. And so he doesn't pay a price. He's not paying a price, but the things that he's experiencing is definitely balance. And I believe in balance. I believe that sometimes you'll get these great things that will happen to you, but then you'll get some dark things that will test you on how you're going to conduct yourself once these wonderful things happen to you.
Absolutely. And lastly, sometimes we all need a little bit of help, and we can't feel shame in asking for help when we're trying to reach a goal. What was that fine line, Joe, in 22, where it was help and not codependency, say?
Well, I mean, sometimes you just need help, whether you call it codependent or whatever like that. Sometimes we need a leg up, and there's nothing wrong with that when you're talking to someone who you're invested in, and you're talking to someone who you believe in. And so in that, it's great. Now, to ask someone for help so many times you never get anything done, that's when you're in a bad situation. But it's always good to have a little help. I mean, I got a little help, from the people that I met, whether it was Quincy Jones or Robbie Reed or these people like that who were just there to give me those little, nuggets of artistic education to keep going.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jamie. Always a pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
Continued success to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good morning, Jeandra.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.